In our world today, with so many different demands and so much possibility, the question, why be Jewish, or why get involved in Jewish life, is a bigger question than it ever was in Jewish history. Judaism in particular is founded on the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, which is known in Jewish tradition as the Eitz Chaim, the tree of life. You might think that the Torah, the scripture, is something eternal and unchanging, maybe even something fragile, something like a fossil. But that's not the image that Jewish tradition uses. Jewish tradition tells us Torah is the tree of life, a living thing. And what that means to me is that every generation has to nurture it and help it to grow. And it doesn't just end with the words that happened thousands of years ago. Torah is still living and breathing and coming into being now through all of the teachers and all of the musicians and all of the children who are having new ideas as they encounter new circumstances and ancient words and put them together and figure out what it means now. Part of what makes Or Shalom unique is the spirit that makes San Francisco unique. San Francisco is a place where all kinds of different people come together and appreciate each other and celebrate each other. San Francisco is a city where people have generally progressive values and are leading the country in experimenting with new ideas. When I first got here, I really expected all of the Jewish community in the city to reflect that same San Francisco spirit. And what I discovered was that Or Shalom is really uniquely a microcosm of the city as a whole. It's a community of people who care.
Or Shalom Jewish Community was founded in San Francisco in 1991 by a group of people who were looking for a Jewish community that reflected their values. Now affiliated with the Jewish Reconstructionist movement, Or Shalom brings people together as they explore their spiritual and intellectual Jewish identity.
We first came to Or Shalom when my daughter was in kindergarten. We wanted her to have a sense of her religious heritage, her Jewish identity, and we wanted her to have a Jewish community. What I didn't know was that I would find a Jewish community for myself at Or Shalom.
Or Shalom encompasses a wide variety of people, I think because of its sense of inclusivity and openness. So we have people from all different kinds of Jewish backgrounds, people from all over the country. We have Israeli families, people who are not Jewish, people of color, straight, gay, and everything in between.
Or Shalom believes in critical reverence. We have a tradition of actively questioning traditional interpretations of Torah and other teachings handed down by our ancestors.
Knowledge is always changing and our understandings are always changing, and I think that's a very much part of being Jewish, and I think Or Shalom really embraces that as a value very strongly.
Or Shalom is a joyous community, and music has a large presence here. We have varied events and religious services that bring our members together.
Well, one thing that we get from Or Shalom is the religious school and the Hebrew school. It's a Hebrew school that kids look forward to, they want to go to it. When they get older, they start to learn Hebrew and they learn about Jewish values, about the values of our community, and that's a really important part of it for us.
At Or Shalom, members connect with the community, services, and activities in many different ways. There's no one right way to be a member of Or Shalom. Here at Or Shalom Jewish Community, we see ourselves as an extended family. Join us.